Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This last weekend I did some fishing with my oldest daughter and we caught them pretty good. It was raining a little bit, it was a little windy, so I didn't get a whole lot filmed of actual fishing, but here, watch this. I'll give you a teaser of pulling some fish out of a live well. Here you go.
Whoa! Yeah. Why are you putting it near me? Thanks a lot. Thanks. Feels nice on my face.
That one's feisty.
The one you're trying to grab?
Yeah. I'm trying to get my finger in his mouth.
These fish are sassy.
Let's see, any more crappie in there? One more. This is a little one that we should have thrown back. It's the littlest one we caught, 10 inches.
Whoa!
Let's see, we got some bonus bluegill in here. It's a solid 8.
Right, Daddy, lots of these fish are sassy.
Look at that little slab. Pull him back out of there. Come here, guy.
Fish want to get out of the water.
8 inches. Cool color.
Yeah, that is.
Like pink stripes on them.
You want to see us pulling out fish of the boat?
Look at that one.
You can actually tell the fruit.
This little guy here, he'll be a snack. But anyways, while we're on the water, I did give myself a technical issue that probably could have been avoided. It was a rigging issue. I didn't rig this boat, I bought it used. If I would have rigged this boat, I would have caught this. I probably still should have caught it, just going over it, looking at it. But I made an expensive mistake. Here, I'll just show you guys what I did. It was pretty boneheaded. So this is what happened. We were in some timber. It was windy. I was getting the trolling motor down. I dropped the trolling motor down and it didn't latch. And I just kind of assumed it didn't latch, didn't think nothing of it. What actually happened was this was up in here and it got pinched, and what happened was it broke 3 separate pairs of the wires in here. I had 2 black rays on the screen, like I couldn't see from under the boat to 5 foot out, and then I could see from like 5 to 10 foot out, and then I couldn't see from 10 to 20 foot out, but then I could see after that. and we were fishing crappie on trees, so kind of seeing them close was kind of crucial, especially with my daughter with me in the wind. She wasn't very good at casting very far into the wind, so I thought it was weird. I thought maybe we had a voltage issue or something like that. I thought maybe that wasn't positioned right, or it was interfering with the sonar below it. And so I undid that transducer here. It didn't change anything. I started the big motor. We kind of did a little tooling around on the lake. Tried it again. I still had them black rays. And then I looked at the wires and I seen that they were pinched. I stripped it back a little bit. I was originally going to try fixing this, but I kind of have a timeline that I need to have this like completely functional. I could fix it and try it, and if it doesn't work, I'm a week behind getting a replacement. Do I need it? No, but I feel like the progression of the sport, to stay up with the time, that this is something that I need to learn and understand. So that being said, there's a guy on Marketplace that's got a good used one. He says he's only ever used it twice and he upgraded it. I'm probably either going to do that, or I'm going to spend the $1,200 because I don't need the box. I can do an update on here and put the new style transducer on. I haven't decided. The used one's like $450 or $500. A new one's $1,200. So I'm going to make that decision here probably next couple days, if I'm just going to put a used one on to get used to it, and we'll worry about putting the new style on when I have it dialed in and I'm comfortable with it. You know, just kind of save me some money up front, and then I'll just sell that used one for, you know, they're worth $500 as long as they work, it seems like. So at least I'll get my money back out of that. So if anybody's looking for a Panoptix and they want to pay the fix-it guy to put new cables on it, you pay the shipping, you can have this one. Like, that's my deal. If you guys are looking for the Livescope and you want to get into one pretty cheap, and you know a guy that will fix this, or you want to try soldering, heat shrinking each individual wire and then wrapping the pairs in foil, because they're communication lines and all the heavy duty truck stuff I've run across with like e-logs and stuff, if you don't wrap them and they interfere with each other, you didn't fix anything. So if somebody wants to tackle that, or send it off and have new cables put on, or have it professionally fixed, again, put a comment down below and we'll get in touch, and you pay the shipping, you can have this. I'm going to try taking it out as nice as possible. All the ends and everything should be good. If you want just the transducer and you can fix this, it's yours. Just let me know. So back to the fishing stuff. We did pretty good. We caught quite a few. I was kind of selective on the ones I kept. If they looked real fat, or I could tell that they were female with eggs, we put them back. Our crappie spawn is kind of going on, or it's going to be starting. So I didn't want to keep them big females, mostly because if I eat fish, I only eat what I catch that day. I don't freeze fish. I feel like if you need to fill your freezer full of fish and you catch them good and you're going to stock up, just go out next time that you want to eat some fish and just go catch some more. Leave those for, especially during a spawn to spawn, or for the next guy who wants to catch them, because the next guy might catch and release them. You know, that's just kind of the way I feel about it. But mini mite, pink head, white body, just the plain Jane one. This did a lot of damage. Again, they're not very flashy or nothing like that. Nothing super trick on them. That was a main player, and this right here is what caught the majority of them. Just a plain jig, kind of like a swim jig head, and this little pintail body shad. You know, that did this color right here and everything. This did most of the damage. What we were doing, it was really windy, so I was putting the nose of the boat into the wind, spot locking, and we'd stand on the back deck and we'd cast them out, and we were in about 19 foot of water, and we'd count them down about probably about 9 seconds. You know, we were trying to get down about 10 foot. It's before I had my Livescope issue. It seemed about like that's where they were hanging out. We'd let them drop down, just kind of a free fall. If the line didn't pull by the time we counted to 10, we'd give it a couple quick jigs away from the tree. If we didn't get a bite within a second of stopping our 2 quick jigs, we'd reel it in and start over. I mean, it was literally that simple. Most of them were, 6 seconds into the fall, the line would jump and you'd set the hook and you'd have a crappie or a bluegill. It was that easy. I think that's why this shines so good. It's just kind of a do nothing bait, just a free fall bait. I think the ribs put off good water as it's falling, and the tail just has just a little bit of movement, nothing crazy. Less than these have. But like I said, they fished really good. It was really easy fishing, especially taking my daughter out. I mean, it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. We did have a little twister on. We caught one fish on that right off the bat, and then I think she snagged it on something. And these two were just kind of producing better the whole time anyway, so I didn't even tie another one of those on. I figured these just having 2 separate baits on was a good enough pattern. And like I said, they were biting good, they were eating good, getting ready for the spawn, so they were easy to catch. So and you guys can see that in the live well video. Most of the ones we caught one small crappie. That was the smallest crappie that I think that might have been the first one we caught, and kind of we knew we were going to keep some fish, so we just kept the first one. But after that, the rest of them crappies were in that 13 to 14 and a half, 15-inch range. So they were all good keeper crappies, and like I said, I was looking for the ones I kept. I wanted to make sure that they didn't have big fat bellies on them, and they weren't distinctively females that were spawning. Like I said, we weren't having a major fish fry or nothing like that. It was just me and the kids and stuff. For my birthday on Sunday, we had a fish fry, so I wanted to keep just enough for that. So that's why we didn't keep all of them. I wanted to leave kind of the spawning population. That lake fish is really good all year round. I look forward to taking the kids down there some more, and it's just, you get out in the flooded timber like that. Like I said, it was like 19 foot deep, and there was a few spots we pulled up to. There was fish from 3 foot under the water all the way down to just about the bottom. I mean, you could see the crappie and the bluegills just stacked up in there. I seen a few cruising bass. I really didn't cast on them just because we were fishing crappie and bluegill. It was easier for her. So we didn't get a whole lot of bass fishing in, which is fine. It's fun just to do some of this stuff sometime. It's a break from, being serious. Not saying crappie fishing isn't serious. There's guys that make a lot of money with it, but for us around here, there's not enough big crappie fisheries for us to take crappie fishing serious. So it's a fun break, especially when they're biting as good as they were. So yeah, that was kind of an overview of our fishing trip last weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't film it. Like I said, it was raining a little bit. It was windy. I didn't want to set everything up and end up having a rainstorm bigger than they said was going to come in, and either have equipment get ruined or just kind of get washed out of the deal anyways. Other than that mishap, I mean, it was an awesome day of fishing. I think we were out there for 6 hours. We caught a lot of fish. We kept enough for our little fish fry. But on that transducer, if you guys are interested in it, like I said, shoot me a message or shoot me a comment down below, and we'll figure out how to get this thing to you. You guys just pay the shipping on it, and it's yours. You guys can have it, and you guys can fix it however you want. Like I said, just pay the shipping. It's yours. This upcoming weekend, Mother's Day, I'm sure I might catch a little grief for it, but I'm actually going to go practice. The 20th and 21st is our first BFLs, the Great Lakes Division. So I'm going to go up and practice. The river's finally coming down. I can finally get out on it. and kind of see what the fish are doing and what got washed out and what got washed in, and try to pinpoint some spots that I think are gonna, be good places 2 days in a row, because like I said, we're gonna fish Saturday and Sunday to make up for that April one that got washed out. So I'll take you guys along when I practice this weekend, a little bit, and we'll kind of go over what I like to fish and kind of what I'm looking for when I go out on the river. Everybody fishes a current river a little bit differently, and I think that's what makes river fishing so good, because if you have a good number of fish like the Mississippi River does, I mean, we catch smallmouth and largemouth in the same places, 3/4 of the year. It just fishes so good that there's a lot of people that can have strengths, whether you're a current guy or a backwater guy, shallow, deep. The Mississippi kind of seems to have something for everybody. So I'll take you guys through that, and so be looking out for that video. If you guys like these videos, go ahead, subscribe, and like. I'm going to try growing this channel. I got some giveaway ideas coming up and some different things that I kind of want to include you guys in. But thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.